Yaogan-46, 7A-Y13. The China Aerospace Science and Technology Corporation, CASC, successfully launched a Long March 7A, LM, 7A, CZ, 7A, rocket with the Y-13 mission from Launch Complex 2, LC-201, at the Wenchang Commercial Space Launch Site, WCSLS, located at Wenchang, Hainan, China. This launch flew Yaogan-46 satellite to Geosynchronous Transfer Orbit, GTO. The flight took place on Monday, November 3, at 3 hours and 47 minutes Coordinated Universal Time, UTC, or at 11 hours and 47 minutes China Standard Time, CST.
Yaogan, YG. Yaogan, Pinyin, Yaogan-46, literal translation Remote Sensing Satellite, is the designation used by the People's Republic of China to refer to its military reconnaissance satellites. Yaogan satellites are largely known to primarily support the People's Liberation Army's Strategic Support Force, formerly the Aerospace Reconnaissance Bureau of the 2nd Department of the General Staff. The Yaogan program is the successor to the Fanhui-46, FSW, Recoverable Reconnaissance Satellite Program but, unlike its predecessor, includes a variety of classes utilizing various means of remote sensing such as optical reconnaissance, synthetic aperture radar, SAR, and electronic intelligence, ELINT, for maritime surveillance. Yaogan satellites have been launched from the Taiyuan Satellite Launch Center in Shaanxi Province, the Jiuquan Satellite Launch Center in Inner Mongolia, Zikane Satellite Launch Center in Sichuan Province and the Wenchang Space Launch Site in Hainan Province. Long March 7, LM7, CZ7. The Long March 7, or Changzheng 7 in Pinyin, abbreviated LM7 for export or CZ7 within China, originally Long March 2FH or Changzheng 2FH, nicknamed Bingjian, the Ice Arrow, is a Chinese liquid-fueled launch vehicle of the Long March family, developed by the China Aerospace Science and Technology Corporation, CASC. It made its inaugural flight on June 25, 2016. Designed as a replacement of the Long March 2F, Long March 7 and its variants was expected to be the workhorse of the fleet, projected to account for around 70% of all Chinese launches. Long March 7 plays a critical role in the Chinese space station program. It is used to launch the Tianzhou robotic cargo and resupply spacecraft to the station. The rocket was intended to replace the Long March 2F as China's crew-rated launch vehicle in the future, although by 2023 this role has apparently been taken over by the underdevelopment Long March 10 and Long March 10A. Since 2020, in addition to the base Long March 7 configuration, there is the Long March 7A, CZ7A etc., variant which differs from the base CZ7 by the addition of a liquid hydrogen liquid oxygen third stage inherited from the third stage of the Long March 3B. The rocket has also been developed into the Long March 8, using fewer boosters. Wenchang Commercial Space Launch Site, WCSLS. The Wenchang Commercial Space Launch Site, WCSLS, located at Wenchang, Hainan, is China's first commercial space launch site, and fifth space launch site. The launch site started construction in July 2022, and put into service in 2024. The Wenchang Commercial Space Launch Site is built and operated by Hainan International Commercial Aerospace Launch Co., Limited, HICL, a joint venture of the Hainan government and 3 state-owned conglomerates. In China, a commercial space center is a site owned by an entity other than the government or military. Construction of the site started in July 2022, and the Launch Complex 1 was finished on December 29, 2023. The second pad was finished by the end of May 2024, with 19 different rockets from 9 companies expected to launch using Launch Complex 2, LC2. China Aerospace Science and Technology Corporation, CASC. The China Aerospace Science and Technology Corporation, CASC, is a main contractor for the Chinese space program. It is state-owned and has subsidiaries which design, develop and manufacture a range of spacecraft, launch vehicles, and ground equipment. It also has a division for strategic and tactical missile systems. CASC was officially established in July 1999 as part of a Chinese government reform drive, having previously been one part of the former China Aerospace Corporation. Various incarnations of the program date back to 1956.